Hello, my name's Aviva, and today I wanted to share with you all of the books that I'm hoping to read in the month of August. So if you saw my July wrap up, then you're already aware that I've been in a bit of a reading slump for the past 2 months or so. So I'm honestly putting a bit of pressure on the books in today's video because I would really like them to be the ones to finally get me out of my slump. But honestly, I have a good feeling about them because I've heard really good things. I'm very excited to read them. So hopefully they will be the ones to do it. But either way, before I get into the books, I did want to quickly share with you the sponsor of today's video, which is Gality. They are this online fiction reading platform that has over 1 million active users and a ever-growing library. They have over 400 published authors and a ton of stories to choose from. And one of their most popular books is this book called The Arrangement, which is about this broke 23-year-old virgin who ends up getting into an arranged marriage with this New York City playboy billionaire. There's also an enemies to lover situation going on, and it does have a slow burn romance thing. So basically, if you wanted to check this book out or any of their other books on their platform, then make sure to check the link that I'll have already in the description below. But either way, thank you so much to Gality for sponsoring today's video. I really appreciate it, and you guys should definitely check them out. But either way, with that said, let's get into my August TBR. So first up, I definitely do plan on continuing with my Shadowhunter rereads. If you saw my July wrap up, then you know that I did already read the Mortal Instruments series, and I did read the first book in the Eldest Curses series. So this month I am hoping to get a little bit further in, and I want to read, I want to read the Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, which chronologically you're supposed to read right after the Mortal Instruments series. So this is probably going to be the next one that I end up picking up. And then after this, chronologically, I do enjoy reading the Bane Chronicles. So hopefully I will be able to get to this one and reread it. And then happens to be after that, you're supposed to read The Lost Book of the White, which is the second book in the Eldest Curses series. So as long as I finish both of those, I'll end up reading this one too. And then if I'm lucky enough to finish all of that, then hopefully I will end up starting the Dark Artifices, which is honestly my favorite series from the Shadowhunter universe. So I am very excited to reread this one, but I definitely want to read those first. So that is kind of my plan for all of the rereads that I want to do for August, and I honestly have a good feeling that I'll be able to get to all of that. I don't know if I'll end up finishing the Dark Artifices, but at least hopefully I will be able to start it. So yeah, that is for my reread for the Shadowhunter series. As for new books though, one book that I am very, very excited to read, and hopefully I'll end up getting to this month, is this book called the Fallen Crest series by Tijan. So I honestly don't know what the first book is called, because this is actually a bind up of the first 3 books as well as like a couple of the novellas. Oh, actually it says it here on the back. So maybe it's Fallen Crest High, Fallen Crest Family, and then Fallen Crest Public. I'm not too sure though. But either way, I have heard really good things about this. I don't know if this is like taking place in high school or if it's taking place in like college, but either way, it is some sort of a football romance. And I know that there's a bunch of romances going on and you're going to be following a bunch of characters, and I really don't know too much about it, but I'm pretty sure there's at least like 6 or 7 books that, you know, take place in this universe. And I think you're supposed to read all of them. I don't think it's companions or anything like that. So either way, as long as I have the patience to like actually get myself into a regular series, then hopefully I will end up picking this one up, because it has been on my TBR for a while and a lot of people have said really good things about it, even though I don't see it around often, but the few things I've seen have been really good. So I think that this would actually really help me get me out of my slump, because I'll be able to like really deep dive into this, get invested and everything like that. So hopefully I will have the patience to pick this up this month, but we will see, because I know that it is a bit of a commitment. But either way, yeah, Fallen Crest by Tijan. We will see about this, but it is on my August TBR. But anyway, after that, I am hoping to continue with the Mimi in Montana companion series by Kelly Elliott, and the second book is Always Enough. So I did read Never Enough, which was book 1 back in July. So if you saw my wrap up, then you already know what I thought about that one. But either way, I did get to meet this couple in the first book, and I would really like to see their story because I was really rooting for them in book 1. So hopefully I will continue on with this companion series with Always Enough. So we will see about this one, but hopefully I'll get to it. But anyway, after this, I am also hoping to read The Lie by Carlos Sorensen. So this is, I think, a football romance, because all of her books are basically like, you know, surrounded by this Washington Wolves football sort of thing. But either way, I'm pretty sure you're following this girl who's going to end up having to, like, I don't know, take care of like one of these football players. It says on the back here, like, rule number 1 for the team owner's daughter: don't date the player. So I guess she is the owner's daughter and she's going to end up dating one of the players. And I don't really know too much about this book, but I do enjoy Carlos Sorensen. Like, some of her books work for me, some of hers don't, but I do have this one sitting on my physical TBR. So I'm hoping that I'll get to it this month, and maybe it'll work out for me, maybe it won't. We'll see. But either way, yeah, it is on my August TBR. But after that, I am hoping to get to this book called Fair Catch by Candy Steiner. So I'm pretty sure I put this on my July TBR and I never ended up getting to it. But either way, if I didn't, then I'm hoping to get to it in August because, you know, I want to read it. So I think that this is a brothers, best friends, enemies to lovers, forced proximity situation. I really don't know too much about it, but I have heard good things. And honestly, I really want to read this one because there's a second book that came out in this companion series of sorts called Blindside. And I told myself that I can't get that book until I read this one, but that one is a fake dating scenario and it honestly looks so good. I've seen such good things about it online, but I already owned this one before that one came out, so I really do have to read this one so that I could reward myself by buying myself the second book. So hopefully I will get to this one in August so that I can get myself the second book and then read that one too. So we'll see about this one, but I do have high hopes that I'll end up crossing this off of my TBR this month. But anyway, after this, I'm also hoping to read this book called The Bitter Riot by Devney Perry. So honestly, I know zero about this, but I think that that is a better choice because sometimes Devney Perry doesn't really work for me and I don't really want to like read any reviews about this or know too much about it because then something might turn me off and I don't really want to read it, but I already own it, so I am going to just give it a shot and go into it blind because I have read the first book in this companion series and then I think maybe the fourth book in this companion series. Either this is like number 4, either this is number 5 or it's number 6. But either way, I did read the one that came right before this one, and I have zero knowledge about what this one is about, but I do want to read it because it is, I think, the last book that is on my TBR from Devney Perry, and sometimes her books work for me, sometimes they don't. So anyway, hopefully I will get to this one in August, and hopefully it will end up being good. So that is that. And then next up, I do have this book called The Hookup by Kristen Callahan, which again, this one might have been on my July TBR, but I honestly don't remember. But either way, I never ended up getting around to it and I really would like to. So I'm pretty sure this is some sort of football romance. And besides that, I have absolutely no clue what else it is about, but I'm excited to check it out because I'm a big fan of sports romances and I have heard good things about this series overall. So I'm going to go into this one a little bit blind, but knowing that it is some sort of sports romance already gives me high hopes for it. So yeah, that is that. And then lastly, I do want to share with you Praise by Sarah Kate. So again, this one might have been on my July TBR. It might have not. I honestly don't remember, but either way, I would like to read it when I get into that mood for like something a little bit spicy. Like this book, I think, is about this girl who ends up getting into a relationship with her ex-boyfriend's father, who happens to own some sort of like sex club. And honestly, besides for that, I don't know too much more, but I'm pretty sure it's a very steamy romance, but it also has like a pretty good plot going for it. So I feel like the next time the mood strikes for me to want to read like a steamy romance, this will end up being the one that I'm going to pick up. So yeah, this is the last book on my July TBR. I am very excited to read all of the books that I just shared with you today. So let me know down below if you have read any of these books and what you thought about them. I'd love to hear your thoughts on them. But either way, if you enjoyed watching today's video, then please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not currently subscribed. And again, make sure to check out the links that I'll have in the description for the sponsor of today's video, which was Galaxy. And again, thank you so much to them for sponsoring today's video. I do really appreciate it. I also really appreciate all of you for watching today's video. So thank you for that. And either way, yeah, that is about it. So until next time, enjoy reading.